So out of nowhere, JCOLE and the whole Dreamville squad decided to drop a mixtape while I was working over the weekend. So that was great. The one time I don't actually have any type of time in my schedule to shoot a video, they announce a drop out of nowhere. It's crazy. So we're here now. So welcome back to the Opinion Based YouTube channel. I've heard good and bad things about this mixtape, so I'm a little worried about that. I don't know if this is going to top their previous compilation that they did as a group. I do have a reaction on my channel for that album as well that I did a long time ago, so if you want to check that out, definitely go through my videos and go find that one, or I'll just put the card up here for the link to that video. Regardless, let's not waste too much time. I'm actually really excited to see how good this album is and just hear some more JCOLE verses. Hopefully Boss continues his streak of delivering some really good features. I remember he had some of my favorite verses on the previous tape that they did. So before we get into the video, definitely go follow me on Twitch. I want to start streaming in the next couple of months, so go ahead and get a jump start there by just following the link that's in the pinned comment below. First track is called Stick, featuring Kenny Mason and Sheck West. We haven't heard from Sheck West in a minute. Got the trumpets. This that hype mosh pit music right here.
14 county, 50 cal in the tub. Fuck around and shoot the cavalry up. Bullets sneezing, allergies. We got time.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Niggas is rapping. First things first. The trade-off between Kenny Mason and Jid is literally perfect. I never realized how similar their voices were until that trade-off started to happen, and I also love that they matched each other's delivery. You could also hear an immense amount of distortion on each of their vocals to kind of create this this level of aggression. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. I would assume it is. It kind of gives it that authentic mixtape vibe as well, if they mixed it that way on purpose. Regardless, I'm loving the track. The beat is this anthemic, brass heavy, trumpet heavy instrumental with hard hitting bass, and Jid and Kenny are just doing their thing, playing with their vocal inflection, playing with the mixing. The verse kind of introed in with a pitched up voice, and they're just doing a lot of different flows and just kind of going crazy right now. So I'm catching every line, but I can't react to everything because when Jid's on the track, it's back to back. So you just gotta let him go off. So let's keep it going. I totally forgot Sheck West is probably the one who's yelling. Completely forgot he was on this track. Hey, what is this nigga talking about? I love Sheck West's flow. The energy is great, but the lines are not hidden.
Me and them are not standing adjacently, thirsty for the clout, talking too brazenly. Bullet hit his mouth, at least he died tastefully. Good Lord, has got to make cake every day like I work for a bakery. I know you pussy, the secret's not safe for me. You crazy, you think you gonna take from me. Not for extorting, treat pilots like Orc, and I call up some niggas I know that's gonna spray for me. Speaking in cold case, they taping me.
Orc and spray for me? Oh my God. All right, so that intro track was amazing. Let me tell you, I really enjoyed Kenny Mason's and Sheck West's contribution onto that track. Me personally, I didn't really enjoy Sheck West's verse as much as I did his contributions on the hook. Regardless, it did enough to keep me entertained. Like I said, lyrically, it didn't do much, but I think if we're just talking about energy and how entertaining the track was, I think he did his job. Now, in regards to JCOLE's verse, I thought JCOLE's verse was really good. The one thing that did take me out of JCOLE's verse a little bit was the drastic mixing style change on his vocals opposed to everybody else's. Like I said, if they're trying to emulate the style of a mixtape, then I think that's great. But if it was done on accident, which I highly doubt, I think it was most likely just a thing of everyone was in different areas at the time. Everybody wanted to get their verses on to the mixtape, so sometimes the quality wasn't there. I truly believe that the distortion and things like that were just spur of the moment recordings, and the mixing style just kind of matched with DJ Drama being the host. I think it all matches together in regards to the atmosphere they're trying to build, but it does kind of take away from the experience a little bit when the mixing style is that drastic and jarring on first listen. But I'm sure over time when I start bumping it in the whip, it won't mean much to me. Next track is Ghetto Gods Freestyle featuring 2 Chainz.
That'll cost your life, fuck your top 10 with your top 5. You in the presence of the most high, speak with the tongue of the most fly.
Sandbox with me like a Michael Vick. Chopper ate a nigga up, Kyle Pitt. Saying like big dog, I'm a beast. Saying time niggas populate the pigs.
Pinky ring fleek. Pinky ring pink. Plus real pink.
Bro, here's the thing. I need y'all to understand why I love 2 Chainz so much. And I love EarthGang. EarthGang did their thing with their verses, but nothing drew me in. But why is it 2 Chainz immediately caught my attention with the flow switch, with just the outrageous bars? You know, pinky ring pink, the drastic change. 2 Chainz is a gem, and I think I need people to understand that there's a talent to say things that are just so outlandish, but also like captivating the first time you listen to them. There's an art style to that, and not many people could do it on the level of 2 Chainz. This is where he lives, bro. This is where he lives.
As far as Louis Vuitton, I got 60 pair, you can pick up pair. In a fruit fight, you can pick up pair. Some might say a grammatical error.
Somebody tell me, who writes that? Who writes that? That song had to be longer. First of all, I really wish that EarthGang could have went back and forth with 2 Chainz and just have like a battle of who could say the most ridiculous bar. I would have loved that. But I could tell already that it was probably just in the process of recording. They weren't in the studio together. So a lot of these are just put a verse on this, put a verse on this, put a verse on this. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that on this project, but let's keep it going. Lifestyle featuring ASAP Ferg. Boss.
Never they might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much.
I'm
a nice guy, but no nice guys here.
I'm sorry. The flow he's using and then the 808 just, there's something about that triple hit, that doom, 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 going into the next bar. It always gets me. That's my favorite thing when instrumentals do this. Like, I don't know why I produce that way as well. It's just one of my favorite things. And, you know, Boss is already off to a good start.
Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That bitch break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it a dash on wood.
I love that line, don't let a wishbone grow where a backbone would. The way I interpret that bar is just like, never let a wishbone grow where your backbone should be. Grow a little backbone, and a lot of people use that to say like you need to like man the fuck up type shit.
Let's explore the moment. Niggas ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, nigga, you would know it. Hoes jumping on my dick and do aerobics. Buy like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like to flip.
And I really know why you ain't feeling me. I'm busting a buckle with Tiffany. And they bitches restore my agility. And I'm
all right, so that was Lifestyle featuring ASAP Ferg, and Boss was on that. I really feel like Boss carried that track, and ASAP Ferg had a really short verse. While I did enjoy his verse, I just feel like maybe go a little bit longer. I don't know. Next track is Starting 5 with Lute, Cozz, and Omen.
You got your fame till you not the wave. Shout out my name, nigga, I'm gon' wave. Never too good to show you where I came. Spit that flame, nigga, switch a lane. I turn nothing into something, water into wine. I really do this, ain't no Judas in my starting 5. Targets to these officers, now we gotta watch for any signs of us coughing. And I got asthma, gotta be cautious. Ironic, now
Ooh.
I can't.
don't get Chris Rocked out your socks.
Oh no, not a Chris Rock reference. We don't need that.
Will happen.
And it will happen? No.
You witnessing the heart of Omen. Everything that y'all release is like DeMar DeRozan. Straight mid, but my art is golden.
I actually don't know who that was at the end of the track during that beat transition, but they had the best verse. I actually think that instrumental was a lot more entertaining, and I feel like everybody could have got their shit off on that instrumental specifically. So the first half was just a little bit boring, if I'm being honest. It's not bad, but I prefer the second half, which is always the bad part about beat switches. But regardless, let's go into the next one. It's called Coming Down, featuring Ari Lennox. I heard this song is fire. I'm ready.
You sweat me when you're coming down. You're coming down.
I love that this is a callback to Mary J. Blige's Going Down. Let me see. I'm going down. Yeah, that's right. I'm going down, baby. That's really good. I didn't even realize that was a sample. Wow. Just wow. Undeniably the best song on the album. undeniably the best song. Not only is it a Mary J. Blige throwback, it's also Ari Lennox just doing a fantastic job on vocals. I think she's so underrated, and I get it. She doesn't release a lot of music, but when she does, it's great. I need another album, though. Stop playing. Next song is Hair Salon featuring Perico, and Reason and Cozz.
On this mic, I don't say shit that's far. She, the streets, the killers, the thieves, all them hoes.
There's a lot of elements to this song that I enjoy, and then there's also some elements that I don't so far. I think Perico, I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it. I feel like the verse that he spit, there were parts of that flow that I really enjoyed and I wish went on longer. And then there were other parts where I felt like he fell off of the pocket just a little bit too much for me to fully enjoy it. I'm also not a huge fan of the string that comes in during the hook side of things, or at least as the beat progresses, that string that's just by itself. It's very weird. I don't know about that.
Niggas yell blood, but for all my niggas I bleed. Walk up in the morning with a vendetta. I need the Velveeta, I gotta get rid of.
I flip shit like B-side. I'm too high, 3 high. I smoke, she drive. Living like I got 3 lives. Fucking like I got 3 wives.
Okay, so that was Hair Salon. Kind of a miss for me. I feel like this is one of those songs that could have benefited from some better mixing, maybe possibly a better hook. I'm not sure about the hook. It just feels like it was a part of a verse, which normally I wouldn't complain about, but there's nothing memorable about that section that to make it the hook. But regardless, the next track is Freedom of Speech.
At the shows, fucking on the slutty snow bunnies, I done came to the conclusion that I only like sisters. And that might be a hard pill to swallow for a few. She had dreams of fucking Cole, and even her father would approve.
Yes, honey, you can fuck him.
Look what a dollar bill would do.
Okay, so that was Freedom of Speech. Just JCOLE doing his thing. There's some funny bars in there, definitely, but it's still not something that I would come back to. So let's go on to the next track. It's called Blackberry Sap. And this one has Ari Lennox on it as well. Is she gonna have top 3 tracks on here? 2 top 3 tracks on this mixtape? The answer's yes. The answer's yes. The soul trap that's going on right now, like when the ad libs come in, it just brings everything all together. I feel like there's so much soul and feeling in Ari Lennox's vocals that it just kind of transcends the 808 at this point. I feel like we're so desensitized to the 808 over soulful samples because, you know, ever since a lot, everybody's just been doing it. Not as if people were doing it before, but I feel like a lot of people really were on that wave for a while. But what makes this different is just the soulfulness and the attention to detail with the ad-libs going in, you know, and just, man, look, I like Ari Lennox. Keep it simple. And she's flowing on here. So I don't know about y'all. That's top 3. I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. Next track is Like Wine featuring Lute. Whoa. Lute is the Dreamville. All right.
Got a flow like wine. Half the time I'm out of time, but I still get what's mine. Gotta be easy on my soul. So fuck who ain't believing me. Can never say I'm whack cause you rap niggas never seeing me.
So that was Like Wine. I don't have a lot of words for that track specifically. Very similar to how I felt about Hair Salon. Not necessarily a bad track, just not one I would come back to. I actually do like Lute. Because I liked his last album. I think it's called Goldmouth. I do think that Lute doesn't wow me as an artist, but he does enough to make his music worth listening to. And I think his next project will end up taking it to the next level. So hopefully they do give him the opportunity to improve on certain things, become more of an artist demanding your attention, hopefully. But this wasn't doing it for me. Let's go on to the next one. It's called Josie Flows. This one has Boss and EarthGang on it.
See Bossy grow, now I'm in prime. See Bossy glow, now I'm in Times Square. Look at me, you might find what you get if you had taken your time there.
Boss is a completely different rapper. Anybody who has followed Boss's career and listened to his earlier projects, this is a different Boss. And I think that him being open to experimenting with his flows and just building more of a better foundation as an artist to have these different bags is really caused him to be such a more interesting artist in general. And man, honestly, Boss is starting to go up there as like one of my favorite rappers on Dreamville for sure. Like there's JCOLE, Jid, and then honestly, Boss is right there. The only thing Boss is missing to really solidify his spot is another album. And I need that. I need that. Give me that energy, bro. I need it. I need it. Thank you. Somebody giving me that energy. I love the calm stuff. I love the introspective stuff that, they sprinkled in on this album. But for me, when I see Mixtape and you open it with Stick, you cannot put Hair Salon. You cannot put Hair Salon and Like Wine on here. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But that was a dope track. I'm really glad that we kind of picked it back up. Hopefully, and judging by this next song, it's called Barry from Simpson, featuring 2 Chainz, Young Nudy, and Jid. We're keeping that energy. I need that.
Either you do or you don't do it. If you put me to it, I'ma get it done. From a city that don't see the sun. Either you a sinner or a citizen. Niggas ain't running.
Oh, man. He didn't even say it the way I wanted him to, but it's still so fire because it's there. He said he's from the city where they don't see the sun. Either you a sinner or a citizen. And I know why he said citizen, but I really wanted him to say citizen to match with the previous bar. But it's cool. It's cool. I get it. I get it.
Talking funds, clocking money, the game of jungle. We playing Jumanji. I'm in Jamaica, dip playing rugby. Stand back in the woods, running from white niggas, night killers, tri-pillage, my village, trifling, idealist, identity crisis. I dig it, I get it. I've been in fights that there's no size. Go
please.
Grab a switch, Jid Jackson,
please, Jid, listen. We haven't even gotten to 2 Chainz or Young Nudy yet. Relax.
I sold back so this pillow talk. I made a jug off a dinner fork. Ain't going back and forth dinner floss. With it's denim on, it's dinner time.
I ain't going back and forth dental floss. Jesus Christ.
Valet parking, I skipped the line. Can't win if you quit trying. Been had the baddest bitch that'll trick your daddy like slip and slide. On the mission, my opponent missing.
Trick your daddy like slip and slide. I don't. 2 Chainz, I love you. Pause. Next track is Everybody Ain't Shit. This is an EarthGang track.
I ain't gotta wait on my label to drop shit. I did this shit on live, man. It's already out, bitch.
Very clearly a freestyle. I could tell this is very clearly just 2 dudes getting into the studio and just saying whatever. And I'm here for it.
A motherfucking painter, free graffiti bitch. Every day I fucking spray shit. I cut you like Jason, you lucky to be adjacent. Back when it was me and Olu in my mama basement. We was struggling, hungry to get a placement. Don't let me get a foot in, you know I'm sticking my face in. Can't be humble and complacent.
Can't be humble and complacent. Don't let me stick my foot in the door because I'm gonna put my face in. Can't be humble and complacent. That's a dope bar. Dope setup.
Lose, I'm just a piece of shit. Nigga, fuck that peaceful shit. On the block with Keisha now. Higher than the eagle dick. Cross me, I'ma look for your grave.
Did he say higher than an eagle dick? What do you mean by that? Ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. Everybody ain't shit. That was a really dope track by EarthGang. You could really tell that they were talking in certain parts of the verse. They were talking from a place of frustration and their perspective on like some of the things they see in the industry. I feel like this song was birthed from some of the issues they had dropping their album. So it's kind of cool to hear their thoughts on it, even though they try to be a little bit funny with it, make it a little bit more palatable. Obviously, there is some frustration there. So I do still really enjoy the track. There was some really witty bars in there. And I think the flows and them trading off is really cool, too. So and the hook was just really effortless. So like I said, it felt like a freestyle. 2 dudes just going in the studio, freestyling, writing, sections of the verse and putting it down whenever they had time. That's what it felt like to me. Next track is Ballin in Newport. This is an Omen song.
No time to watch Family Guy. I'm trying to blow exactly how my sanity died, trying to get known. Every time you remember why, you can take yourself forward. I've connected with something deeper, so now I need more. Give me peace, give me calm, and a Bentley Azure.
So I actually do enjoy that track. I don't see myself going back to it for multiple reasons, and I'll kind of get into them in a second. But the first half of the song, he kind of talks from a perspective of his upbringing, talking about some of the struggles he went through, his outlook on life. And then in the second verse, it sounds like he's trying to give advice to people, based on his own experiences. And then at the very end, he says something that's really cool. He says, from afar, everything looks like a star, but you need to look with your heart. And what I took from that personally is that sometimes we get caught up in wanting to pursue different avenues and different dreams that we see for ourselves. But sometimes those aren't the things we actually want. And it's really easy to get caught up in that based off of social media, based off of your peers doing certain things. And you feel like you're not progressing your life in a certain direction. And you think, oh, what's the quickest way for me to get there? So everything looks like a star because there's potential financial gain or gain in your career, but it's not always the thing that you need that will satisfy your heart at the end of the day. And that's just basically pursue a passion, not necessarily an outcome. Sometimes a nigga be spitting because I didn't know where I was going with it, and I ended somewhere that made total sense, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Damn, I'm good. Regardless, dope track. Let's go into the next one. It's called Big Trouble Freestyle. This is a Cozz track. Interesting. You can't play around on this beat.
I'm a Spider-Man fan, but man, fuck the web and gave voices to losers who never get out of bed. How dare you niggas give your disrespectful, half-witted opinions. In real life, I probably scare you niggas. One of the best out the West, fuck what you see on the list. Do opinions really matter if you're eating legit and feeding your jit and your favorite bitch still eating the dick? Lord forbid today somebody leak the DMC get. No, I trigger certain women who been there before. I'm sure I'll settle down one day, but for now I can't just rock with one girl. It's ironic I need a pair of more. Yeah, don't try and box.
Wasn't the greatest verse of all time, but Cozz was spitting on there. He was spitting. There was a lot of lines I liked on there. Really clever wordplay on there as well. Like the upstream line where he's saying niggas acting fishy when they're trying to upstreams. I think there was some lines in there and his perspective in there as well. He, you know, talking with that chip on his shoulder, you know, saying like, y'all might not know who I am or I might not look big, but my finances are straight. Like, what is your definition of success? Like, is it feeding your family? Because that's what I'm doing type shit. So I think there was parts of that I really enjoyed. And, you know, he was flowing his ass off, really, the whole way through. So I'm cool with it. I ain't gonna chastise you for it. Let's get into the last track. It's called Heaven's EP. I thought there was something on my wall. That last track, I actually did hear it before. I'm tripping. I just hadn't heard it in a while, so I wanted to re-listen to it. In regards to the full mixtape, I enjoyed the majority of it. There were definitely some standout tracks like Stick. I really enjoyed Ghetto Gods at the end of the day. Lifestyle. Even though A$AP Ferg's verse was really short, I still really enjoyed Boss's contribution to that song. Coming Down with Ari Lennox. Jesus, that's top 3. Gotta be top 3. Just the throwback to Mary J. Blige. Her vocals are always amazing, and just the soulfulness. I have to. It's just the amount of soul under the trap beat is insane. It should be illegal, actually. Also, Everybody Ain't Shit with EarthGang is also a really dope track. Barry from Simpson, Jid did his thing on that. I just think as a whole, this mixtape definitely wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was definitely a solid project where I could see a couple of these songs growing on me a little later. Regardless, it's not going to make a year-end list or anything like that, but there are definitely a few songs that are standouts on here for sure. One of my biggest gripes with this project, and then I'm going to end the video, is the mixing. The mixing is terrible. There were a lot of inconsistencies with vocals being way louder than other vocals. Maybe the instrumental sounded a little distorted at points. And even on the songs with Ari Lennox, it sounded like the distortion when she was really belting, like, you know, where she was really going for it. It sounded like the vocals were a little distorted as well. Regardless, though, I think that this felt like a mixtape for the majority of the time. So I could excuse the mixing to a certain extent, but that's just me. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this project. What were some of your standout tracks? Give me the list down below. Go follow my Twitch. It's going to be in the pinned comment down below. I want to start streaming within the next couple of months. So just go follow me over there to be ready for the first stream. I don't know what I'm going to be doing over there. It might be reaction based where I react to some videos that you guys suggest, or, you know, we could just be playing video games together, you know, get this work in Super Smash Bros. Like I said, Dr. Mario go crazy. Don't play with me. Regardless, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a like on the vid, and come back for more. Don't forget that I exist. Come on now. You have to come back. Like I always say, enjoy the music while you can. Thanks for watching. Peace.